She's here! Right here in Ramsey Solutions lobby. Sarah's with us. Hey, Sarah, how are you?
So much better than I deserve, Dave. Thank you.
Well done, well done. Where are you from?
College Station, Texas.
Good. How much did you pay off?
Just under $33,000.
Love it. How long did that take you?
3 years and 2 months.
Okay. Range of income during that time?
For most of it, I was only making $26,000 a year as a newspaper reporter. Towards the end, $35,000, and then in the last month, I went up to $42,000.
Wow!
I also had a little side business where I made $11,000 last year.
Okay, good for you. What was your side gig?
YouTube, actually. I'm one of the crazy people on YouTube documenting their debt-free journeys. My channel's Budget Girl.
Oh,
it's all about you.
You're famous. I've seen you. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very cool. I saw the Budget Girl thing pop up a while ago. Yeah, good for you. Well done. Fun, fun. So, and YouTube's making you a little money then?
It is.
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, actually. I just talk about getting out of debt and following your plan, and it's the day-to-day where you provide the framework, and I'm following it, and so many people are there. They want encouragement. They want accountability, and we're on there every single day rooting for each other.
Yeah, and you're inspiring people, so I'm glad you're making some money. Good for you. Well done. Good, good, good. What kind of debt was the $33,000?
All student loans, though I do have to admit that I took out a little extra to live on during college because I was a special kind of idiot.
No, you were just like the rest of us. We've all done that dumb stuff. Way to go. So what's your degree in school?
Communications and journalism.
Okay, cool. So your main gig is newspaper reporter.
Well, for most of my debt-free journey, I was. Just at the very end, I started working at Texas A&M as a communications specialist.
Ah, is that where you graduated from?
No, I am actually a graduate of Mississippi University for Women.
Gotcha. Okay. Very cool. Well, good. So you're officially an Aggie now, though.
I am.
Yeah, big time. Okay. Good for you. Well done. This is quite a journey here. I mean, 3 years and 2 months you've been at this, making $26,000 when you started, and all the way up to now making $42,000. Side gig, side hustle. You've done it all. Well done.
Yeah,
Proud
I delivered pizzas. A little bit of horse trading. I did secret shopping. I did dog training, even though I wasn't qualified. Babysitting, anything I could. I was so mad at that debt.
I love it. I did dog training even though I'm not qualified. I'm just thinking I'm not either, but I make the dog behave, so it counts, right?
That's what I figured.
That's fabulous. So how did you start this journey?
Well, I was working at a newspaper out of college, and I got laid off. And I hadn't been paying on my student loans in a couple of years since I had gotten out because I didn't think that I made enough. The government said I didn't have to pay. And I didn't realize that my loans had shot up like $5,000 since I graduated. And I was so scared, Dave. I didn't know how I was going to make rent. I didn't know how I was going to eat. And I decided then and there, I'd already heard of you, that once I got a new job, that I was never going to be that scared again. I was going to get out of that debt.
Good for you. Good for you. Yeah. So young single lady making 26 grand. Yeah, it is scary.
It was terrifying.
Yeah. And so you got after it then. Fear will propel you. It'll move you, man. I mean, some of the best work I've ever done is when I was scared out of my mind. So, very good job. Fun. So, you've been telling people on YouTube, obviously, but I'm going to ask you again, what is the secret? What did you do? What's the secret sauce? What did you do to get out of debt? How do you tell people? What do you tell people when they say, how'd you do that?
Three main components. The first is a budget. And it's this magical thing where if you make a plan for your money and then you actually follow that plan, your money does what you want it to do.
Wow.
Which is so common sense, but I never thought of it before. And like you say all the time, making the person in the mirror mind you, and all of a sudden, everything's happening. The second is to have some sort of accountability. I started the YouTube channel because I knew that my friends and family would get so sick of me talking about it all the time. And I knew if that was going to be my main focus, that's all I was going to want to talk about. And so there are thousands and hundreds of thousands of people online on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. There are all these communities out there. Most are dedicated to you, of people just rooting each other on in the day-to-day. And if you need motivation, it is there. There are people there who believe the same thing you do. that will prop you up
Now
and keep you going.
You brought some of your posse with you here. Who's with you?
I did. These are my friends from college, and they were there with me when I was getting into debt, and they supported me while I was getting out of debt, and they're here to celebrate with me.
So that's part of the cheerleading and the accountability.
That is the cheerleading,
so
yeah.
That's two of the things. What's the third one?
The third is to have kind of little rewards set up along the way. I went scorched earth. Dave, I didn't buy any clothes for 3 years. I didn't buy any home decor. I didn't go out to eat. So for every $5,000 I paid off, I gave myself about $50 to do something nice with, to kind of mark the milestones along the way and remind me to keep pushing forward.
$50 whole dollars.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, at the halfway mark, I spent like $200.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Wow.
And so if I wanted something, I could say, if I still want it when I pay off another $5,000 of the debt, that'll be my reward. And it spurred me on like crazy. So that was one little secret of mine, was to mark the milestones and really look forward to those. I bought this little ring when I only had $10,000 yet. It was like a $30 purchase, but every time I wear it, it reminds me that I'm winning and that I'm working towards something.
Wow, you're powerful. Very well done. Very well done. I love it. So what was the most encouraging thing that came from your YouTube audience? What that somebody said to you in the comments, or something you got back when you went, wow, that lifted me up?
People tell me that, one, that they learned about you through my channel, or two, that they figured out that they knew about you, but they didn't see how they could do it before I was showing my actual budget every month of what I made and where I put it and how much I was putting to debt. Because people kept telling me I was crazy to do it at $26,000 a year. But I was showing my budget every single month, saying, this is how much debt I have, this is where all my money is going, and this is how much I'm paying off. And so they're encouraging me and celebrating with me. And so many of them, as they were paying off debt, they were saying, like, you showed me that I could do it, or you gave me, inspiration to keep going. And if you can do it at $26,000, then I can do it at $80,000 or whatever they had. Yeah, so that was... So
how much of a breeze is it to live on 42 now with no debt?
Are you kidding? It's insane.
It's like you're rich or something.
I feel so rich. That's going to sound so weird, but I'm already 75% funded of BS3.
In 20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing to have my money my own again. And I was so used to living on such a small percentage of my income. It was like less than 50%. I was, just doing anything I could to cut an extra corner, aside from like being unethical or anything. But I feel so wealthy now.
I don't think it's an accident that most people's income goes up while they're doing this. In your case, I think it's particularly interesting the way that, your income has doubled, basically, almost. This is so impressive. So impressive. Very, very, very well done. What was the hardest part for you?
Telling myself no.
Every day.
Every day for a long time. But every time I told myself no, I said, because you're going after something more important. And I actually...
Was it worth it?
So worth it. If I had followed the government's payoff plan, I would be over 40 before I paid off my loans. I turned 30 on Tuesday. I have the rest of my life to do what I want with my money, to be fearless financially. I'm going to retire a millionaire because I started this program.
You are. You definitely are. There's no question about that. I'm inspired. You're delightful. You are wonderful. This is fun. Well, we've definitely got the copy of the book to help you. Chris Hogan's Retire Inspired. That is the next chapter in your story. I'm talking to a future millionaire right here. There's no doubt in anybody's mind watching this or listening to it that that's the case. Very well done. All right, count it down. Let's hear your debt-free scream.
All right. Thank you so much, Dave. 3, 2, 1. I'm debt-free!
Well done, kiddo. Woo! Well done. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.